to the essential information I wish I knew before I relocated to the UK for studies part 2. If this is the first video you're watching, I've made a part 1 to this video where I discussed general information I feel everyone should know before relocating to the UK for studies. So hi guys, welcome to the Smiling Professor. My name is Bukola, and today in this video we're going to focus on the academic information I wish I knew before I relocated to the UK. Before we start, I would like to say the link to the part 1 of this video is down in the comment section below. So let's just go into the video. So firstly, before you come to the UK for academic study, ensure that you know how to use the computer. Ensure that you are computer literate, because being a computer literate gives you the ability to use computer and modern software efficiently. Because as a student, you'll be required to do some assessments or type in your assignments using a computer. You would also be required to use some basic software such as Blackboard, where you get information on the modules that you are actually enrolled in, such as where to find your slides, where to find pre-recorded lectures, where to find feedback on your assessments. So you definitely need computer skills if you are planning to relocate to the UK for studies. I will highly encourage you to ensure that you have basic computer skills before coming. You also need computer skills because you would also need software as it relates to managing some of your students' academic activities. An example is within my university, we have a software called My Bangle where we use to manage some of our student activities. You also need to send emails and receive emails regularly, connect to the internet, and use the internet when needed. I know that some of you may already be aware of this and you already have basic computer skills and knowledge, but I feel that this is a very important point that I should highlight, because you are required to use the computer to conduct different activities when you're a student in the UK. So it is essential that you have basic computer skills. You are a computer literate. You're able to use Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint to carry out your student activities. The UK also expects high academic practices from the student. I am not saying we do not have good academic practices in Nigeria, but the UK are very particular about this, and that's why they use softwares as well as in-person checks to ensure that whatever assessment that is being submitted have been done properly. I will give you an example. So if you submit your assignment in the UK, it goes through a software called Turnitin, and Turnitin is a software that detects the level of plagiarism. So for those of you who don't know what plagiarism is the act where someone copy and paste someone else's work, presenting it as their own work. If you do this, the software is going to detect that you have plagiarized, and you're going to be penalized for this, because the software is very smart, checks whatever work is being submitted against all the submitted work in the world. So you can't present someone else's work as your work without properly referencing it. That's why you have to engage in good academic practice. We've spoken a lot about plagiarism, so let's define it. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own with or without their consent, by incorporating it in your work without full acknowledgement. So this includes all published and unpublished material, whether it's a manuscript, printed material, or it is in an electronic form. So this is a serious offense, and therefore to avoid this you have to reference. So what is reference? Referencing means acknowledging the source of your information in the body of your work, as well as listing your sources at the end of your work. You have to list the sources of your material, or the sources of the material you use in the work. This is called in-text referencing or citation, or you actually list the sources of the material you use at the end of the work, and this is giving a list of all the references to the materials you use in the work. So there are different types of referencing depending on your university and what college you are actually conducting your study in. There are the types of referencing references that different colleges and university uses. So you have to understand what type of referencing that your college use and ensure that you familiarize yourself with it, so that when you start your studies, it's actually an easier process. So there are also some referencing software that you could use to aid your referencing process. Some softwares include Mendeley or Endbook. So my advice is, if you are in Nigeria presently or you're an international student, it's best to actually go on your school's website and see what referencing they use, what type of referencing they actually use, because you can start familiarizing yourself with it before you come to the UK, so that when you start your studies in the UK, it's going to be an easy transition. Please, if you're enjoying this video so far, please click the like button and actually share the video with your friends, and also put a comment down in the comment section below, because it actually helps to promote the video within the YouTube space. Your academic attendance is also something that is really important if you're looking to come to the UK for studies. So most of the times there is an amount of attendance you have to have accomplished to be able to write your exams. And if you've not been able to accomplish this level of attendance, you may not be allowed to write your final exams. And also for international students, your attendance most of the times in most university is linked to your visa. And if you miss a lot of lectures or you haven't attended most of your lectures, you would actually be called in by the immigration department of your university to understand why you've missed so much attendance. So I feel you should be aware of this. This is why, as I said in the previous video, the part 1 of this video, that is actually good to register immediately you come to school, just so that they are aware that you are around. Another fact I feel is important to know if you're coming to the UK for studies is studying in the UK is more self-driven. And this is a phrase that I have coined. It is called self-driven research. It is more proactive. So if you're studying in the UK, it's important to note that your lecturers would actually give you the theories and concepts that you should know about or you should learn about. But you as a student have to be proactive if you want to learn and actually pass your assessments. So you have to acquire systematic ways of investigating theories and concepts, and also how to actually understand how to apply those theory and concepts to real life situations. So you have to do way more extra learning and reading, which you have to be proactive with. I'll give you a personal example. So I came into the UK to study an MBA in management, and my first degree was actually a BSc in chemical engineering. So when I got into class, my first lecture or the first week of my lecture, I realized that most of the concepts that they were teaching were more advanced than what I actually knew, being a chemical engineering student. Although they were very much understandable, I wanted to have more knowledge on these concepts and theory. So what I decided to do was go get textbooks that would actually explain and break down these theories and concepts to me, and then I could take the knowledge I had acquired to go read journal articles, which is the next point. Studying in the UK, especially in the postgraduate level, you are expected to read, understand, and cite journal articles. So you definitely have to have the skill to do this if you intend to pass your assessments. So my general advice to anyone coming to the UK to study, if you haven't studied for a long time, it would be good to get into the habit of reading, especially reading journal articles and understanding them, because when you come to the UK for your studies, you are expected to do this. Not as much if you are studying an undergraduate degree, but definitely if you are studying at a postgraduate level. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched to the end of this video. If you have something to add to this conversation, please ensure to put it down in the comment section below. If you feel there's any points that I've also missed, put it down in the comment section below. And if I feel it's really important, I'm going to discuss it in the next video or my subsequent videos. I want to say thank you for your support. For those of you who's liked the video, who shared the video, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also click the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Thanks guys, bye.